What's up, guys? Anybody here? Nope. Got one person here. What's going on, man? Or girl, whoever's here. 12 people. What's going on? Who's here? Put something in the comments. Say what's up. We're in the loft with the birds, doing our morning chores, cleaning this sucker. Normally I would lock the birds out in the aviary to make my life easier while I did this, but since you guys are here, the birds are in. As soon as I get these perches scraped, I'm going to move the phone so you guys can see the birds better. But who do we got here? Hello, Thomas. We're in the young bird section, 2025s. And these guys are locked into molt. There's feathers everywhere. The molt is in full swing. What's going on? What's up, everybody? Just cleaning the loft. It's a rainy day. Young birds are in to molt. Pulled their 9th and 10th flights a couple weeks ago. Like I said earlier, usually I lock the birds outside, but you guys are here, so we're gonna keep them in so you guys can see them. Not the best view for right now. As soon as I scrape this floor over here, I'm going to move the phone so you guys can see the birds a little better. has got birds or has just randomly found this thing. Anybody here subscribe to the channel already? Been following along? I want to show you guys this. Look at all these feathers. These birds are dropping feathers, locked into molt. What are racing pigeons? Thomas, these are racing pigeons. So they we enter them in races. They have extraordinary homing abilities. They can find home from hundreds of miles away. They'll fly back without stopping at pretty incredible speeds. And, you know, we compete in a local club and combine with other guys as a, you know, sport or hobby. Try to keep the tradition alive. It's a very old pastime. Dates back to, like, the Egyptians, Romans, and was really used in the 2 world wars for communication with notes on the birds. And, yeah, now guys, you know, for a long time have raced them against other people's birds to see who's got the best pigeon. So, these are our young birds. These are all 2025s, born this year. They are locked down to molt, where they're going to drop their, well, let's call it baby feathers, and grow their adult feathers and mature. So, when they molt, it takes a lot of energy out of them to regrow the feathers. So we try not to fly them at this time, so they can just put the nutrients towards feather growth and not towards energy and muscle building and, you know, stuff like that. So they're in right now. Starting to look like a pigeon? Yeah, probably. My hair's a mess. I usually have feathers in it. I'm turning it into a disaster. Crazy world, crazy people. We're not that crazy. Gray pigeons are worse, humping everywhere. These are not like the street pigeons. They're like not even, I don't even consider them the same species. It's so different. But let me put this phone down somewhere for you guys. Here's some birds behind me. They're just hanging out. Yeah, Thomas, it is pretty cool. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Post a lot of videos of the birds. Usually go live on race day. If I don't go live, I'll make a video for race day. And then we just got a lot of content of training the birds. Road training them, loft flying them, settling them. It's kind of just a whole behind the scenes what goes on with racing pigeons. It's a decent amount of work, I'm not going to lie, but if you love it, it's really not work. But it does take time, discipline, and commitment. The birds need an awful lot for what you're asking of them. Yeah, you hear the old birds. There's the old bird side. I'll move in there next. Put this here for now. Let me get this floor done over here. Come on, guys, get out of here. Majority of the birds are outside in the aviary. When I'm done, they'll start coming in. No matter how many times I scrape in here, which is usually daily, they act like they've never seen it before. How many new birds come in a day with the flock? Not a lot. Some days none. Some days I don't get any wild birds that come in with them. Wild pigeons. Every once in a while you'll get like one or two. It's usually one. Sometimes I've had is up to 3 here with them. But the wild ones don't come down with them, and these guys are really good at ignoring them. Actually, they they know they're not part of the flock, so they really don't pay them any mind. Honestly, I think the racers think they're better than street pigeons. It's like, be like a racehorse hanging out with a donkey. They're just not really the same bird at all. The other ones are smaller, dirty looking. These guys are big, clean. You know, they look intelligent. Street rats, well, I call them street rats. They just look stupid. I think they are stupid. So, completely different bird in here. Might as well not even be the same species. I'm also trying out a thing this year, or recently, the last few days. I really wasn't planning on it, but I figured I'd give it a try. I don't particularly like to share what I do care-wise for the birds in much detail. I like to keep some things to myself. There's a lot of guys out there that I compete against, and sometimes you want to have the advantage, and at a particular time some things could be working better than other times. You have a window where the birds are performing really, really well, and you really don't want people to kind of know what you're doing. But I decided I was going to do like a members only thing on YouTube and share more in depth of what I do to care for the birds. There's no obligation to do it, but I figured if you want to get into the sport and you want to see, I want to help new people. If you're getting into it, I don't want you to go into it blind, because that's the best way to get discouraged, is going into it blind. Birds aren't performing well, getting your butt kicked every week, and then then that's how new guys quit. So, I had some help in the beginning, probably not as much as others. Usually the answers I got were cryptic. If I asked a question, they were cryptic or speaking in riddle, and I had to kind of figure out the answer on my own. I figured I'll do a members only thing for people who, I figure that's really for people getting into it who want to know more. Guys who already don't, doing it for a long time, they're not going to care too much about that, but it'll also stop them from seeing a lot. So if you want to check that out, there's a post up about what we're doing with the molt and the lockdown, so feel free to check it out. It's probably like $1.99 to see it, but you know, figure that stuff, that type of information I can make a couple bucks on, why not? For anybody wondering, this year our entire breeding program was built around our family of black widows. Black widows is like an American bloodline known for its toughness and homing ability in hard conditions. So we focused a lot on that this year and tried to cross in birds known for being faster to try and make them faster. We'll see how it goes. I am subbed. Oh, sweet, Thomas. Thanks. Road peckers, they're called here in Australia. Road peckers. They're going to be called road peckers in New Jersey now, because I'm going to steal that from you, because that's hysterical. I prefer to call them road peckers. All right, let's move this. See the birds. I don't know how good that view is going to be. Come on, guys. As soon as I'm done, I'll grab a couple birds. We'll take a look at them. Come on, get out of here. Move it. You guys are my children. Get out of here. Come on. Anybody new, give the channel a sub. You see a whole lot more of the birds, what they're made of, what they can do. It's pretty cool. Let me move this again real quick so I can sweep over there. No mask, nah, I didn't grab one today. Settling any black widows? Yeah, I've got probably 1/3 my team is my black widows. Crossed to various things. I've crossed them this year. Well, the original pair is Black Widow, Kittle, and Golden Matins. So those were, I guess that's kind of like potentially my foundation pair. I've got a few children and grandchildren of them breeding right now for this year. So we've got the Black Widow with the Golden Matins. We've got Black Widow with Best Kittle. We've got Black Widow with Vandenbalk and Hardy Kruger, Black Power. We've got Black Widow with Ironclad. And I think that's it. So there's like 15 birds on the team. No, I'm done breeding. I've been done for quite a while, actually. Probably since, I think I weaned the last babies the end of April. So I've been done for over a month now. I like doing it early, doing it in the winter when there's really nothing else going on. So in the spring, I can just enjoy the birds being out. And yeah, guys, Oscar's absolutely right. You should wear a mask when you're cleaning the loft. I have them in the house. I just didn't grab one. I was out here doing my morning checks and just decided to start cleaning. I didn't go back in the house, which is lazy. It's only 30 feet from here. But absolutely wear a mask. Oscar, I've been racing myself for 3 years. My grandfather did it for 60 years in Brooklyn. He was the originator of Danza Loft. I got into it later in life. I was around him with it all the time until he passed away. I just didn't do it myself. And then about 3 years ago, I decided to go for it. And we went for it and brought back Danza Loft. So we're flying under his loft name to try to keep the legacy alive. And hopefully do a good job. This section is pretty much done. Could be better. Needs to be vacuumed, which maybe I'll do tomorrow or later. Let me grab a bloodline that's really doing it for me. My Black Widows. My Black Widows. There's really two bloodlines that have done really well for me. It's, well, three. Two of them are paired together. So my Black Widows crossed with Golden Matins have done really well for me. And then my Hardy Kruger Black Power stuff has done really well for me. Crossed to Vandenbalk's like Olympiad. But it's really the Black Widows. They've been my best birds every race. I don't have any on my old bird team this year because I took them all off the race team to breed more out of them during the breeding season. I really wanted to focus around those. But let's check out my Black Widows. Let's see. Where are you guys? All right. So this one is this is Black Widow 1096. This is actually off my foundation pair, Black Widow by Golden Matins and Shellen. So it's Black Widow and Kittle on the sire side, strong pigeon, and Golden Matins and Shellens on the dam side. So very strong bird. He's got his flights pulled, his 9th and 10ths. Well, the problem is I'm not a big guy. I don't have big hands, so it's hard to like grip these birds. There we go. Let's get another one. This guy's a little calmer. So this one is Black Widow by Hardy Kruger Black Power. Really pretty bird. It's got white flights. Now, for anybody here, remember, Black Power or Black Widow is not a color. It's a bloodline. I have some that are like blue checks. There's blue bars. Here's another one of them. This is Black Power by Best Kittle. And then this is off the main pair, one of the later bred birds, Black Widow. I really tried hard to find his race records. I really no luck. Probably 99.9% of it predates the internet, so nothing's online. A lot of the guys that knew him the best have since passed away, and we had everything, all his trophies and his plaques and all that stuff, and then towards the end, the last few years of my grandmother being alive, she developed dementia, and she kind of started like just forgetting what things were and throwing them away, so we ended up losing a lot of the stuff. Where are the rest of these guys? Yeah, so this is Black Widow by Hardy Kruger's Black Power. So see, they're not all black. There's a blue bar, white flights. So this has been my primary birds that have done the best for me. They don't look so great right now. They're molting pretty hard. Trying to find. Are there any more in here? Or are they all outside? I think they're all outside. Oh. Nope, you're not one. Yeah, they're all outside. Let's see if they'll come in. Come on, guys. So there's a Black Widow. That's Black Widow by Ironclad. There's another. That's Black Widow Golden Matins. So, there's all the birds. Very friendly group of young birds this year, which is what I like. That's why I really focused on that with the breeders this year, was the calm birds. Breeders that gave me calm babies that think and make the right choices. I really don't like very skittish birds that panic. I don't like them. So I got rid of 9 pairs of breeders last year and then focused on just the bloodlines that did well for me, which were Black Widow, Black Power, which is Hardy Kruger, Ironclad, and like the Vanden Bulk, Kittle, Best Kittle, like Olympiad stuff. And then I just kind of mixed them all together. Oh, we started racing the same exact time? That's pretty awesome. That's an Ironclad right there, picking at my skin. There's 2 Ironclads. Those 2 are actually half siblings. That one's mother is that bird's father's sister, full sister. Inbred Ironclads. I have a son of Ironclad. I got a son of Ironclad. I got a inbred granddaughter. She's got Ironclad in her pedigree 3 times. And then I crossed those 2 last year, and I got 2 babies that are like Ironclad 4 times in their pedigree. And then I took those babies and I crossed one to the Black Widow, and I crossed one to a Cannibal Hen. There's one of the grizzles. I don't have many colored birds this year. Mostly blue bars, blue checks, and the blacks. And then there's 2 grizzles. Well, it's 4 grizzles, and a couple of reds. Really nothing crazy. And then I just got splashes, like black splashes. Nothing crazy color-wise. Last year I had like every color under the sun. But the young birds they're starting to look a little better. Coming out of the molt. Some of them look a little rough. But they'll start looking nicer. Like this red right here. He's basically done with the molt. He just needs to grow back his 9th and 10th flights. But the older ones are looking good already. This guy up here, this hen, she looks really good. So we just got to get the younger ones up to speed. And you can see this black one here. Its cover feathers are falling out. They're molting pretty good. They're falling apart. But the older ones, the first rounders are looking pretty much done. They just need to grow back their, like I said, their flights. This one here is pretty much done molting. 3102. That's off of my apple cup bird, my apple cup money winner from last year. There's an ironclad right there, ironclad by Steph Van Riet. You can see the boots on its leg. That's an typical ironclad trait, or the boots on the legs and feet. Who's still hanging out? So, pretty happy with the birds this year. I think we're going to have a good race team. Fingers crossed, knock on wood, that everything keeps going the way it went, or that it's going. That would be nice. The birds are pretty chill today. It's all rain. It's gross out today. It's rainy, muggy, humid. So they're staying pretty calm. Look at this guy. Let's see. Yeah, I know. A lot of guys do just fly blues or checks. You know, it's funny. Most of those guys will tell you color doesn't matter, and then in the same breath tell you, but blues and blue checks are better pigeons. So evidently they think color matters. They just don't want to admit it. I don't think color matters at all. I have every color under the sun, and you know what? The better bird will show itself, and it could be a blue, it could be a check, it could be a red, it could be a black, it could be a grizzle, it could be a silver. You don't know. So to say blues and checks make the best pigeons, I don't get it. See, plenty of colored birds end up doing well. But yeah. Yeah, I got a guy who I told him the black widows for me have crossed really well into the birds he flew and her flies, and he told, yeah, but they're black. I don't like black pigeons. Then told me color doesn't matter. I'm like, okay, color doesn't matter, but you don't like black pigeons, and because they're black, you don't want to even consider it. So obviously color matters. It's a little hypocritical, but whatever. Teach their own. But yeah, rainy days stink. Even the birds don't like it. They just stay. They're just like calm, moping around. They can feel the pressure drop. pressure change. So, all right, though, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. It's been 40 minutes. Thanks for hanging out with me. I got to get back to doing the chores, and then I got to run to the post office. But, all right, guys, listen, like I said, I got the membership thing going. If some people start doing it, I'll start doing some special videos that only members have access to, and things that only members can see. There's a post up there now that only members can see. That was like a test. It's got a lot of good information in it. But, yeah, if it's something you're interested in and I start seeing people are doing it, I'll do some special behind-the-scenes thing for members only. But, all right, everybody, listen. I'm heading out. Like I said, I got some things to do. But thanks for hanging out for a quick live. And, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.